Perry. Batting 7th for shortstop, number 2, Heath Baumgartner. Batting 8th in right field, number 34, Andrew Carty. And batting 9th center fielder, number 9, Conrad McMahon. Starting pitcher for the Monarchs, number 3, Jacob Miller. For the homesteading, Delgado Dolphins, leading off in right field, number 1, Robbie Podorski. Batting 2nd, center fielder, number 22, Daniel LaHare. Batting 3rd baseman, number 7, Owen McGee. Batting 4th, DH number 21, J.P. Greco. Batting 5th and catching for 5, Walter Miller. Batting 6th at first base number 23, Dylan Weston. Batting 7th, left fielder number 6, Christian Bouillon. Batting 8th at second base number 13, Brent Broussard. And batting 9th, the shortstop, number 10, Conley Thompson. Starting pitcher for the Dolphins, number 11, Spencer Veit.
From historic Kirsch-Rooney Stadium in the City Park region of New Orleans, it's the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association South Central District Championship as the Delgado Dolphins take on the Monarchs of Maple Woods, Missouri. And a pleasant good afternoon, Ken Trahan along with Lenny Van Gilder as we get set for the here this afternoon. These two teams, of course, played last evening, and Delgado was a convincing winner over Maple Woods by the score of 10-2 in a game shortened to 8 innings by the mercy rule, and as a result, Delgado was in the driver's seat. The Dolphins need to win one game to advance to the Junior College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. Should Maple Woods win this game, the two teams would play a third deciding game, which would take place tomorrow at 1 p.m., which we would have for you as well here that you can listen to and watch. And let's set the starting lineups for this contest. First of all, for Maple Woods, 33-26 overall under the direction of Marty Kilgore. Leading off in left field, Clayton Risch. Batting second at second base, Levi McLaughlin. Hitting third at first base is Trevor Courtney. The cleanup hitter and DH is Tyler Cox. Batting fifth at third base, Will Givas. Hitting sixth and catching, Jake Perry. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Hayden Baumgartner. Andrew Curry, the right fielder, hits eighth, and Conrad McMahon, the center fielder, will bat ninth. It's Risch, McLaughlin, and Courtney, Cox, Givas, and Perry, Baumgartner, Curry, and McMahon. Jacob Miller on the mound for Maple Woods. For the homestanding Dolphins of Delgado, 35-14 under the direction of Joe Sherman. In his 26th year, leading off in right field, Robbie Podorski. Daniel LaHare is in center field. Owen McGee at third base. The cleanup hitter and DH, J.P. LaGreco. Spencer Miller bats fifth and catches. Hitting sixth, Dylan Weston, the first baseman. Batting seventh in left field, Christian Bouillon. Hitting eighth at second base, Brant Broussard. Batting ninth at shortstop is Ty Thompson. It will be Podorski, LaHare, and McGee. LaGreco, Miller, and Weston. Bouillon, Broussard, and Thompson. And the right-hander Spencer Veit on the mound for Delgado. Lenny Van Gilder joins me again this afternoon. Lenny, it's great to have you with us. Another good afternoon, and it should be another good baseball game.
It is good to be here on a championship Sunday. Perhaps there's one team with a chance to win a championship today. Maple Woods looking to spoil the party and send this to a deciding winner-take-all game on Monday.
We'll get you to tell us all about Spencer Veit, the starting pitcher for Delgado, in a moment, but we're set to play. Leading off from left field is Clayton Risch at .396, 8 homers, 44 RBI. First pitch of the game, and that one brushed him. So the first pitch brushes the hitter. Veit stares in, and not sure of that, but Risch touched by the pitch, so one pitch. And a runner aboard with the first pitch at 2:58. And a base runner for the Monarchs right away with speed. And that will bring Levi McLaughlin to the plate. McLaughlin is at 394, 4 homers, and 66 runs driven in. Risch, the runner at first, is still in 19 out of 20 this year. And a ball outside to McLaughlin. Tell us about Spencer Veit, Lenny.
Veit on the year, 1-2, a 4.78 ERA. 14th appearance, his 7th start. He does have 2 complete games, 37 2/3 innings, 47 hits, 26 runs, 20 earned, 14 walks, 31 strikeouts. They hit .294 against Spencer Veit.
So he can be a power pitcher. Walks have been a bit of an issue. He delivers a strike to McLaughlin. So it's 1-1. Pretty short lead by Risch. And a square to bunt, took a ball snap throw to first. Spencer, runner back. And it's 2 balls and a strike on McLaughlin. We've seen Spencer Veit for many years. He started as a freshman in high school at Archbishop Rummel and started all 4 years at Rummel, where he was a fine two-way player as a second baseman and pitcher. The pitching didn't come until later at Rummel. This one's driven down the right field line. That's hooking foul. And the count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Interestingly enough, Lenny, he was a middle infielder from the get-go and really didn't pitch until the middle of his junior year. And then, of course, pitched for all of his senior year. So this part of his game did not arrive until later in his high school days.
Yeah, and, you know, when you're dealing with things at the high school and really both the junior college level as well, you will see some guys that'll play both ways, you know, be used as, you know, position players and pitchers, but he's strictly been a pitcher this year.
This is high, off-speed pitch. Runs at full 3-2, so keep an eye on Risch now. Prime opportunity for him to do some running, as mentioned. 19 out of 20 in the stolen base department. With the lead, checked by Veit. He is going. The pitch is high, and it's 2 on, nobody out. So a hit batsman and a walk, and a shaky start for Spencer Veit. And now Trevor Courtney will bat with a chance to do some damage. And Courtney has not played in the series. This is his first start. He's at 281, 5 homers and 33 driven in. Now, normally a bunt situation, but this is a free-swinging Maplewoods team that hits the ball extremely well, evidenced by its team batting average of .348 to the mound. Miller, smart move there to try to calm down his hurler. And now Spencer back behind the dish. And we'll see how Coach Kilgore plays it with Courtney at the plate from the right side. Delgado not looking bunt at all. They're back on the infield. Stretch and the pitch, not bunting, and a fast strike. That's the best fastball Veit has thrown. Typically sits in the mid-80s. They get it up to about 87. No balls and a strike. Spencer ready with the 0-1. That sits high. Thus far unable to throw anything for a strike other than a fastball, and that's a concern. He is the brother of Ray Veit, who also prepped at Archbishop Rummel and plays for the University of New Orleans now. A ball and a strike on Courtney. Another pitch on the way. And a little fister toward first. The play will be to second for the out. No play at first. Throw back to third. Runner back. So a good job by Weston to get the force at second, as the runner at first had to hold up. Lenny could not take off initially with the ball airborne off the fists. That would have broken a bat where it would, but it's not. And it's first and third, 1 out for Tyler Cox.
Yeah, it's one of those crazy plays right there with multiple men on base, and just it wasn't an infield fly situation, but it was just a little jam shot that landed right in front of Weston. It could have potentially been a double play depending on how it went, but he got one of the lead runners.
Tyler Cox, 374, 17 home runs, 59 driven in. Runner goes from first. The pitch is high, no throw. So a stolen base for Courtney. And it's second and third with only 1 out. Takes the double play out of play. The 1-0 pitch. And he took it. And boy, tough call there. Pretty good looking pitch from Veit. Called the ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Cox 1 for 8 in the regional. With that 1 hit was a home run. And he's got a favorable 2-0 count, trying to drive in runs. The pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1.
Well, the good news here is what you really need is a strikeout if you're Veit in this situation with second and third and 1 out. And this is the one hitter in the lineup that has the largest propensity to strike out.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. G-Boss on deck. Delgado will concede the run for an out. Back on the infield. Monarchs in their road grays today. Delgado in their yellow gold tops with green numerals. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Veit gets the big strikeout. Second out of the inning and now has a chance to escape, but first must deal with the dangerous third baseman Will G-Boss, who's at 349. No home runs, but 33 driven in. He's 5 for 9 with an RBI in the regional. Whatever wind there is blowing in from center field. It's not much. Stretch and the pitch. And a chopper to short. Should get him out of it. Thompson's throw across on the money. And a good job by Spencer Veit to pitch around the hit batsman in the walk. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 stranded. We're on to the bottom of the first. Delgado coming to the plate. Maplewoods to the field. And this is the Junior College South Central District Championship from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. On to the bottom of the first with no score. And on the field for Maplewoods, left to right outfield, Risch, McMahon, and Curry. Infield with G-Boss third, Bumgarner short, McLaughlin second, and Courtney at first. Perry does the catching, and on the mound will be the right-hander Jacob Miller. Tell us all about Jacob Miller.
Miller making his first appearance of this weekend, Ken. 4-3 on the year, 7.54 ERA. Which that seems high. Well, the staff ERA is 7.82, so it's not uncommon on this Maplewoods pitching staff. 12th appearance, 11th start. He's got 5 complete games. Does have a shutout to his credit. In fact, that was a no-hitter, a 5-inning no-hitter back in March. 51 in the third inning, 70 hits allowed, 56 runs, 43 earned, 27 walks, and 34 strikeouts. As you take a look at what Miller has done, his most recent start was 8 days ago in the region championship game against Crowder. Only lasted 2 1/3 innings, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits, walked 2, did not strike out a batter. He has been winless in his last 4 starts, has not won a game since April 7th at St. Charles. That's St. Charles in Missouri, not in St. Charles Parish or in LaPlace or something like that. So.
Thank you for the clarification.
To make sure. Since then, he's lost to Jefferson, which is one of the best teams in that area. Had a no decision against Three Rivers, a loss to Crowder, and then the no decision in the championship game over Crowder, which went 13 innings.
Robbie Podorsky leads it off for the Dolphins and takes a strike call. Podorsky at 4-12, no homers, 21 driven in. He's 4 for 10 in the regional with a pair of RBI, and he's the igniter for this team. Former Dutchtown Griffin. Bunts it toward third, but that is foul. Quickly, Miller gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
And G-Boss played first base yesterday. He's at third today. Did some shuffling in the lineup. Not sure exactly what happened to their third baseman who started both games on Saturday, Connor Simpson. He did leave the game, leave the second game yesterday.
He did. His pitch misses away, a breaking ball. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Podorsky.
So as a result, we're seeing Courtney at first base today, G-Boss at third. So I'm not surprised Podorsky took a shot at bunting right there.
Way outside is this next one, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Podorsky. They play him straight up defensively. Good speed. Originally signed with ULM. Here's the pitch, and that's down and away. So now it's from 0-2 to 3-2. And both coaches hoping to get innings out of their starter in this game. Veit had a shaky start, but really pitched well to get out of it. Here's the payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. So from 0-2, 4 straight that weren't really close from Miller. And a leadoff walk to Podorski. That's a pitcher that lacks command when you're up 0-2. And the next 4, not one of them was really close at all.
No, and that's, if you're Delgado, that's what you needed. I mean, this is, that first inning was key to be able to put a 0 up. The one concern you have when you're taking on a team like Maple Woods that's that good offensively is when they're the visiting team, if they go out and put up a number at the top of the first inning and are able to play from in front. You got the 0 up there. Now you've got your igniter on to start the bottom of the first.
Not going, and LaHare takes it down. You've got to make him throw a strike. That's 5 straight bad ones. Daniel LaHare out of Brother Martin High School at .395, 10 home runs to lead the team. 46 driven in leads the team. Podorski at first, 20 for 21 in the stolen base department. Draws a throw, gets back. Stole a couple of bases here last evening. And again, the dilemma here is, do you give him the green light, or do you just wait to see if Miller can throw a strike to LaHare? Good lead by Podorski. Draws another throw. Predictably, 2 straight. He's back easily. Wind now shifts and blows a little bit across toward right. It is not significant. The 1-0. He swung at it. That pitch was out of his zone, and LaHare just got himself out on a little pop up to left. Rich makes the catch for out number 1. Again, you've got to make him throw strikes in that situation. That pitch was off the plate.
Yeah, it was, and you're right. At this point, after he's thrown 5 in a row out of the zone like that, you'd like to think, okay, let him come in with a strike. But obviously, LaHare, a very good hitter, and if you think you're going to get something grooved in there, perhaps that you take a shot at one.
Well, not only that, but with a runner at first, you don't want to reach for a pitch, even if it's outer portion of the strike zone. You're not going to be able to pull the ball and at least advance a runner or attempt to. Here's Owen McGee. .327 hitter, 5 homers, 27 driven in, and Owen takes it in the dirt. Wild pitch. That's what I'm talking about. You've got to make him throw a strike. That would have been 7 straight balls were it not for the swing. Runner at second with 1 out, and now a chance for Owen McGee to put Delgado on top. McGee 3 for 7 in the regional. He's hit 2 home runs in this regional.
Almost in the same spot, both right down the left field line.
Stretching Miller, taking some time out there. The 1-0 pitch. And that's in the dirt. And again, a break for third. The throw is not in time. So the speed of Podorski enables him to get to third. 2 consecutive wild pitches. And again, he has not been close to the strike zone on any of these pitches. You have got to make him come into the zone. Pretty obvious early on here. Don't want to belabor the point, but I just did.
Now let's see
but I won't do it again.
How you play this now with the runner at third and 1 out. Do you look to get the fly ball here?
Swung at it and missed it. That pitch, pretty good pitch though, outer portion of the strike zone. And it's 2 balls and a strike. It's a different mentality with a runner at third because they're back on the infield. McGee's a good contact hitter, and you want to grab the early lead here. 2 balls and a strike. Miller has the sign from the stretch to the plate. McGee fouls it to the screen. It's 2-2. LaGreco on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes. Just underway, bottom of the first with no score from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. 2-2, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, got him. So McGee caught on strikes, and now Miller with a chance to get out of it, much like Vite was able to get out of the previous inning. And that will bring J.P. LaGreco to the plate. He's at .322 with 4 homers and 38 driven in. He's had a huge regional. 6 for 8 with 5 RBI. Takes a 2-out hit. And he took a strike. Miller gets ahead.
Big hit in that first game yesterday. It was a 6-5 game in the bottom of the 8th inning, and LaGreco went the other way. A 3-run double into the right center field gap to break that one open.
Biggest hit of the game and another strike call. So Miller suddenly has found it, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Missing down and away, 1-2. Have to trust your catcher to be out of the zone in that scenario. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. Away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Miller again with a check of the runner third, and the 2-2 pitch. Chopped towards second. High hop McLaughlin, easy chance. Throws out LaGreco, and the threat is over. So both pitchers struggle with command, but get out of it here in the first. No runs, no. Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, and the second inning set to begin, and the Monarchs will send to the plate Jake Perry, Hayden Baumgartner, and Andrew Curry against Spencer Veit, who hit a batter, walked a batter in the first, threw 15 pitches, got out of it though, had a strikeout. And here in the second starts with Perry, the catcher, at 351, 14 long balls, 65 RBI, 3 for 9 in the regional with 2 RBI. The pitch, and it missed down and out for ball 1. Ground ball to third, handled by McGee. His throw across is right on the money. Veit gets Perry for out number 1. So Veit settling in now after a bit of a rough start. He's now retired 4 straight and deals with Hayden Baumgartner.
Yeah, I think that strikeout of Cox with the runners at second and third and 1 out was a huge confidence booster for him, able to pitch his way out of the top of the first inning after that trouble.
Here's Baumgartner, the shortstop, at 283, 3 homers, 27 driven in. Showed bunt, and he bunts toward third, foul. Got a breaking ball to bunt, and bunts it foul. Baumgartner 2 for 7 in the regional with an RBI to his credit. Returns to the plate and got the attention of McGee, who cheats in a step or two, but not a whole lot at third. And this one bounced, checked his swing, held up. It's 1-1, breaking ball that hit right around the plate and carried away. 1-1 the count. So far, Veit just hasn't been able to locate that breaking ball, and he really needs that second pitch. 1-1 the count. Spencer delivers. Almost hit him. Fastball in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 delivery. Way high, so 3-1. Spencer's 6'3", 195. 3-1 pitch, and there's a ball hit up the middle. Tough chance. Second baseman goes to get it. Great play, threw him out. Broussard ranges way behind the bag at second toward the outfield grass, and he showed a shortstop's arm there to get his man at first for out number 2.
Yeah, terrific play right there. And when it left the bat, it looked as if perhaps it was headed for center field. Broussard went out onto the outfield, the shallow outfield grass there, made the play and spun. A good throw.
First pitch swinging, fly ball to left field by Curry. Should be handled, and it is, by Christian Bouillon. And a 1-2-3 inning for Spencer Veit, who's now set down 6 Monarchs in a row. Bottom of the second coming with no score at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. 2 hits, no errors, and Delgado is stranded 1. And for Maplewoods, no runs, no hits, and ugly 4 errors. And 2 stranded for the Monarchs. Spencer Veit now given that lead at a very quick second inning, and he's retired 6 straight Monarchs. So he goes to work in the 3rd against Conrad McMahon. McMahon at 366, 5 homers, and 45 RBI. First pitch. And a fly ball into center field. On the move, the center fielder LaHare lays out, caught it. What a play by Daniel LaHare. And that's the 2nd defensive gem in this game by the Dolphins. Broussard made a great play earlier. Splendid play by LaHare, Lenny.
Laid out on this one. Could have gotten down, could have gone to the wall, could have been for extra bases, and LaHare with a terrific diving catch in shallow right center field.
Brilliant play, and here's Risch, who took it inside. Risch hit by a pitch his first time. It's only 25 pitches for Veit thus far, so he's been economical. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's down. It's 2-0. Roll toward third. Backhand chance. Great play, McGee. Can he throw him out? You bet. We are seeing a defensive exhibition put on by the Delgado Dolphins. That's 3 gems in just 3 innings.
And look, that's the difference in this game right now, Ken. Delgado is making all-star type plays in the field, and the simplest plays in the field are not getting made by Maplewoods.
Quickly 2 outs and a ball delivered to McLaughlin, who walked his first time. Veit quickly with a 1-0. Strike call, 1-1. And what confidence that gives a pitcher. Just throw strikes. Let him put it in play. The way my defense is playing, we're going to get outs. Just missed the outer edge, did Veit. It's 2-1.
You spent some time out at the University of New Orleans. What was the pitching coach's mantra out there? Work fast, throw strikes. Babe Ruth is dead.
Babe Ruth's dead. Yeah, Joe McGrain wore that shirt under his jersey wherever he pitched in the majors for many years. Just a little subtle reminder. There's a strike called. It's 2-2. There's a ball hit in the air to center for LaHare. Coasting back under it there, waiting and snaring it. And another 1-2-3 inning for Veit, who set down 9 in a row. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, and it remains Delgado 4-0 over Maplewoods from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Stadium. Hits, no errors, and 2 stranded for Delgado. It's no runs, no hits, 4 errors, and 2 left for the Monarchs. Spencer Veit back to work in the 4th. He's retired 9 straight Monarchs with the help of some brilliant defense. Trevor Courtney will get it started in the 4th. Tyler Cox and Will Gibas to follow. Courtney reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base back in the 1st inning, but was stranded. Takes it down from Veit for ball 1. Veit working very quickly with the 1-0 pitch. Foul back to the screen. It's 1-1. So, seen Delgado pitchers in this series pretty much in unison work very quickly.
And obviously, I think that is a conscious effort. I think that's a good thing.
1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play right side, 1-2. And I know that it's easy to say that that's what should be taught and everyone should do it. But the fact of the matter is that some guys just aren't comfortable doing that. So you have to work with them within their own comfort zone. 1-2's a breaking ball beat to short. Handled by Thompson. His throw across low, but there for our number 1. 10 straight retired by Spencer Veit.
And I tell you, the guys who probably appreciate it most of all, it's not the pitchers, it's the defense that's playing behind them.
Tyler Cox struck out swinging in the 1st. And coincidentally, you've had great defense play behind him. They're not going to get this one as it's a base hit through the left side by Cox on the 1st pitch. And that's the 1st hit of the game for the Monarchs. Comes with 1 out in the 4th. Stops the string of 10 straight retired by Veit. And that will bring Will Gibas to the plate, who grounded to short to end a 1st inning threat. That was the real opportunity for the Monarchs. They got the first 2 on, and Veit looked shaky, but then he rebounded nicely to get out of it, and he's been really good since. 1st pitch, down a ball. Nice block by Miller. 1-0 the count. Veit will stretch. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball on a hole again, a base hit, same place. Stopping at second is Cox, and a ball gets through the left fielder. That's going to score a run. Big mistake by Delgado. Runner for second. It's a 4-1 ball game. Oh, bless his heart. That's just a careless mistake. Just a routine ground ball to the outfielder, but Lenny, he had to take his eye off of it. There's no other explanation.
No question about it. Just didn't see anything that looked like a bad hop out there. He just took it for granted, and ball went under his glove and all the way to the wall.
So a run home and another runner to second, and it's 4-1, and here come the Monarchs, and Jake Perry will bat. Grounded out back in the 2nd inning. First error by the Dolphins. Pitch missing for a ball. So the defense, as mentioned, has been phenomenal up until this point, and I do mean phenomenal. We've had 3 special plays made by the Dolphins in this game. 1-0 the count. Pitch on the way. Chop towards short. Getting his hop. Thompson has to get rid of it. Quickly does and gets his out. The 2nd out of the inning. Gibas advances to 3rd on the throw. And it brings Hayden Bumgarner to the plate, who grounded to 2nd in the 2nd.
This is too good an offensive team to give them extra bases or extra outs with defensive breakdowns.
So here's Bumgarner, robbed on a brilliant play by Broussard up the middle. his first time. Took a breaker down and out. 1-0. Is a strike call. There's the first off-speed pitch. He's been able to get into the zone. 1-1 the count. What I'm saying is that White hasn't been overly sharp, but he's been effective. There's another off-speed pitch. This is foul back. 1-2. That off-speed pitch really subtracting a lot from his fastball. So you've got to try to keep the hands back as a hitter. 1-2 the count. 1-2 is high, and it's now even up at 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. Vite ready and delivers. Just missed inside, and it's full 3-2. That front door breaking ball nearly got there. Hitter gives up on it. It starts pretty much at the hitter.
He buckled those knees a little bit.
Now it's 3-2. Vite doesn't have a big breaking ball. It's more of a subtle breaker. And that was really the case in high school. I did a lot of his games. Really nice young man. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nods yes. Check of the runner third. Payoff pitch to Bumgarner. Fouled. Right side to the screen, holding 3-2. Vite has had to work in this inning, Lenny, because in the second inning he only needed 8 pitches. In the third inning he only needed 8 pitches. In a couple of very quick 1-2-3 innings. Not here. Ground ball right side. Diving stop. Bruce on another gem. Takes care of Bumgarner. Let your defense play. Are they ever? In the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, an error. A runner stranded. The third they've left. Bottom of the 4th coming. And it is 6-1 Delgado here at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. On top of Maple Woods, Ken Trahan, Lenny Van Gilder. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ty Thompson leads it off to be followed by Robbie Podorsky and Daniel Lahair against Jacob Miller. Pitch on the way, missing down and out for ball 1 to Thompson, who had the sacrifice fly in the second inning. That was the 52nd pitch by Miller. Now the 1-0 pitch. And that's a strike called on a fastball to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Fly ball right field. Over toward the line. Curry has a play. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Thompson flies to right. Second time he's hit the ball in that direction. The batter will be Robbie Podorsky. He's been in the middle of a lot. He's walked, reached on an error. And when he's in the middle of a lot, that's usually a good thing for Delgado. And Coach Joe Sherman. Open stance right side. Pitch on the way from Miller. High. It is 1-0. Delgado got 4 runs in the second. 4 errors, part of that mix, and got 2 more in the third on the 2-run home run by Dylan Weston. Maple Woods, an unearned run in the top of the 4th. This pitch brushed him. So hit by pitch is Podorsky. He'll go to first base. He's on for the 3rd time. which usually means good things for the Dolphins. And Daniel LaHare will bat.
Center fielder, number 22,
LaHare is
Daniel LaHare.
fly to left, pop to first.
And then the pop to first was a strange play that actually produced the fourth run. It was in foul territory. First baseman was probably about 15 feet in foul ground off the bag. Podorski took off for second base, ended up, when they went to make a play on him, allowed the run to score, the fourth run of the inning that was down at third.
Throw to first, runner back. Podorski, as mentioned previously, 20 out of 21 in stolen bases on the season. Stretch pitch outside, a ball. Delgado runs well as a team. They are not an overly fast team that runs a ton, but when they run successfully. 69 for 82 in the stolen base department coming in. 0 for 1 in this game. Podorski out earlier. Caught in a rundown. Throw to first, runner back. Good crowd watching as anticipated. A berth in the National Junior College World Series is on the line. The pitch, LaHare took it outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Delgado has been 4 times before, 1985 under Joe Sherman's father, the late Rag Sherman. Then 3 times on Joe Sherman's watch, 2007, and each of the last 2 years, 2014, 2015.
2-0 is in the dirt, so 3 balls and no strikes to Daniel LaHare. LaHare on 3-0. Let's see if he gets the green here. With a 6-1 lead, would not be out of the question. Leads the team in home runs. Took it outside, didn't have to swing. So it's 2 on with 1 out for the Dolphins on the walk, which is the second issued by Miller. And that will bring Owen McGee to the plate, who struck out twice, once swinging, once looking, and we might have a pitching change. We've had a pitcher warming in the bullpen, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, Marty Kilgore going to the mound.
So the Monarchs are going to go to the bullpen. Miller will depart, having gone 3 1/3 innings. And the new pitcher coming in from Maplewoods will be a big right-hander, we can tell you that. And as soon as he turns around, we can see his number, then we can tell you who he is. He is, in fact, number 28. And that would be Connor Lyon, 6'1", 195, freshman out of Lee's Summit, Missouri. Connor Lyon to take over here in the 4th inning for Miller. And we'll tell you all about him in just a moment as we continue here from the Junior College South Central Regional at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Fourth, Dolphins have runners at first and second with 1 out, and a pitching change brings the right-hander Connor Lyon to the mound for Maplewoods.
Lyon on the year, Ken, 3-1, a 4.10 ERA, which is the best on the staff. 15th appearance all in relief, 37 1/3 innings, 34 hits, 21 runs, 17 earned. He walked 17. He struck out 36, and we mentioned he got the win in relief of Miller in that regional championship game against Crowder. It went 13 innings. He threw 10 2/3 innings of relief. They were scoreless innings until he gave up 2 in the top of the 13th. So he went 9 2/3 scoreless relief.
Here's Owen McGee, 2 on, 1 out the pitch. McGee took it high for a ball. As mentioned, Owen batted twice and fanned twice in this contest. I would like to change that trajectory. I mean, Owen McGee had only struck out 18 times all season long coming into this game. The 1-0. Breaking ball is a good one. A strike called. It is 1-1.
Ken, we were talking about the defense and the realignment. Connor Simpson was hit by a pitch in that last game last night in the fourth inning, and apparently broke his wrist on that play. So that is the need for the change here.
Runner breaks from second. They got him caught up. Throw to third, out. Throw to second, and overslides the bag. And how about this? You end an inning in this fashion with Owen McGee at the plate. That is a huge mistake by Delgado. You cannot take the bat out of his hands in that situation. You talk about an easy exit for the inning. A double play, about as strange a double play as you'll ever see. In the inning, nothing for Delgado. It's on to the fifth. More on that in a moment. 6-1 Dolphins on top at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. That before. I've never seen an inning end that way. I don't think I've ever seen that in my lifetime doing baseball games or even watching baseball. And Lord knows I've done a lot of that, Lenny. I don't think I've ever seen that. The runner breaks from second. He's thrown out at third, and then the runner breaks from first. He's thrown out at second.
It's almost like making a double play on a double steal attempt, which obviously that wasn't. Podorski got kicked off, and then LaHare was trying to advance behind him once he got caught on the play. And LaHare would have been safe, but he overslid the bag at second base and then was tagged out as a result of that. So, yeah, strange way to end the inning, and you hope not a momentum killer here, as Veit needs to go out and hang a zero right here in the fifth.
Right. I mean, here's a fling and a line. There it is, a line drive hit into the corner and right. Leadoff man is aboard. Stopping at first is the leadoff man in this inning, Curry, and he's on with a single. Good job by Podorski to get over toward the line to get it. The salient point there is that you had your third hole hitter up with 2 on, 1 out. You've got to give your best hitters a chance to do some damage, and they did not do it. Here's Conrad McMahon. Flew out to center. A brilliant play by LaHare back in the third inning. And a strike is called. Off-speed pitch from Veit. He gets it over, and it's 0-1. Just 2 hits off of Veit in the game. I'll make it 3 now. The 2 last inning and the 1 here. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed chop slowly toward third. Got to come get it. The play will be to first. Smart play by McGee to take the out. On to second goes Curry for out number 1. And now Clayton Risch. Delgado, without a doubt, had Maplewoods on the hook there, Lenny. They're very clearly at the breaking point with 2 on, 1 out, a pitching change, and you've got your best hitters up. And remember that moment. Stretch pitch. Breaker, and a late called strike. A little hesitation there.
And a little high strike as well, but Veit got it over. Look, he's started to throw the breaking ball better here in the last couple of innings, and that's a positive sign.
0-1. There's another one. That looked better than the last one. Called a ball. It's 1-1. I think somebody else agreed. 1-1 the count. Love the sounds of the ballpark.
I think one of those pitches was a ball and one of them was a strike.
I agree with you. We're right where we should be, and there's a ground ball foul down the third base side. It's 1-2. Do you honestly think that umpires sometimes in their fairness, nature, as a result of a missed call, give you a makeup call?
A makeup call?
I know they'll deny it, but in the subliminal nature of their thought process, I can't imagine that doesn't happen occasionally. It would happen with me in all likelihood.
These are humans calling the game.
Exactly.
So it's,
1-2 pitch. Popped up right side. Long run, everyone. No chance to get that. It's going to be out of play. Into the bullpen area of Maplewoods. down the right field side, and it remains 1-2 on Clayton Risch. Robbed on a terrific play. McGee backhand and a strong throw back in the third inning. 1-2 in the dirt. Miller blocks it, can't find it. Appeal to first, and they say he went around. He's out. So that's a strikeout. Risch is retired on strikes for the second out, and that's the second strikeout of the game for Veit, who now deals with Levi McLaughlin.
Number 18, second baseman Levi McLaughlin.
McLaughlin is walked, and he's flied to center. Veit delivers. Off speed, just missed the outside edge. Miller tried to frame it. It's 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fly ball center field should end the inning. LaHare coasting under it is there. He has it, and the inning is over. Veit puts up a 0. No runs, a hit, a runner stranded. 4 left for Maplewoods. Bottom of the 5th coming. It remains Delgado 6 and Maplewoods 1. Top of Maplewoods. So glad you've been able to join us here from Greg Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Ken Trahan with Lenny Van Gilder. And once again, a big shout out to Nat Collins and Adam Bryan and Bob Dunn for making this happen and making us look good because people don't have to see us, and making us sound good just based on the very fact that you can mix audio and create an opportunity for people to think we really sound better than we do. If that makes any sense to you. It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, stereo, that's okay.
Stereo's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It really is. Big time. Owen McGee at the plate. He was there when the strange double play occurred to end the last inning for Delgado.
Strange things have happened on the base pass when he's been... There's been 3 outs made on a base pass when he's been standing in the batter's box today. He was up in the second inning when Podorski was picked off, trying to advance.
Down a ball, 1-0 to McGee. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Owen. It's 1-1.
So even though this is only his 3rd at bat, he's got to see a lot of pitches. This is really the 5th time he's been up to the plate.
McGee cranks it to 3rd, and it went right through Vibas again. And this infield alignment is just killing Maplewoods. It's a shame. It really is to lose a key player to an injury. And you talk about the impact of losing one guy. This game has basically been decided because of that injury.
Well, you had to rearrange your infield, and the new player at third base and the player who replaced the new third baseman at first base have been the guys who've committed the errors up until this point, and those errors are the biggest difference in this ball game right now.
Oh, it's 5 errors combined. Pitch missing inside for ball 1.
I mean, this is a Maplewoods team that was not a stellar defensive team coming in. Obviously, they hang their hat on their offense. They came into the South Central District Tournament with 109 errors on the season. So that's almost 2 a game.
Throw to first. Back is McGee. LaGreco at the plate is grounded to second and grounded to the mound. 0 for 2.
They committed 9 this weekend, so that's now 118.
1-0 pitch is a strike called. It's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike to LaGreco. All right, Lenny, so this could be a championship game. Thus, talk about the mercy rule and how it does not apply.
It does not apply in the championship round in the NJCAA, whether it is in the World Series or in the region tournament or the district tournament. Whatever it is, when you get to the championship round, you have to play a 9-inning game.
And this is the championship round because the title could be decided this afternoon. This pitch is going to be hitting him, so another hit batsman, LaGreco to first, 2 on, nobody out. And the Lions perhaps building an inning with Spencer Miller heading to the plate. He's been on both times. He singled and scored in the second. He walked and scored in the third.
Back to McGee for a second, Ken. He has been to the plate in every inning thus far. He was at the plate in the second when the third out was made on the bases. He was at the plate in the fourth when those last 2 outs were made on the bases. To answer a great baseball trivia question.
Has anyone ever batted in every inning?
Well,
Spencer Miller bats. Here is the pitch. And he shoots it foul down the left field side. It's 0-1.
The question is, it's been asked out there, okay, leadoff hitter or comes to the plate, or any hitter comes to the plate in every inning of the game. What is the fewest number of runs that a team can score when he does that? And they're thinking, okay, they got to score at least 3 in every inning to get 9 men up there. It's like, they were figuring it out. No, the answer is 0, and this is how it happens.
Pitch missing out. Sounds like a J.L. Van Gilder special, but go ahead.
That's it. You come to the plate, and an out is made on a basis to end the inning, and so you're back up to start the next inning.
Okay.
So conceivably, you could come. One guy could come to the plate in all 9 innings, and the team not score.
Strange stuff. The 1-1. And that's an off-speed pitch. Pretty good-looking pitch. Called a ball, and it's 2-1. Lyon stares in. 2 balls and a strike. Lyon taking a lot of time is ready. Here's the 2-1 to Miller. Way high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Weston looming on deck. 6-1 Delgado in the bottom of the 5th inning. A win by the Dolphins will send them to Grand Junction, Colorado for the National Junior College Athletic Association World Series. 3 balls and a strike on Miller. Lyon ready and pitching. Fouled back. It's full 3-2. We'll see how Joe Sherman plays it. They've been extremely aggressive on the bases. I don't think they'll run here, but you never know. A lot of that has to do with how much confidence you have in your batter to put the ball in play or to lay off of a bad pitch. 3-2 the count. And coaches know their players better than we do or anyone else. On 3-2. Lyon with a check of the runner's payoff pitch on the way and just missed low. Over but low. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out as Miller trots to first. And now Dylan Weston, who hit the 2-run home run his last trip to the plate in the 3rd, will bat. And you know what a big fly would do here. Weston with his 3rd home run of the season. Also reached on an error and scored a run in the 2nd inning. The ugly crooked number in this game is the 5 under the E category for Maple Woods, and we're in the 5th inning. Weston waits. Pitch on the way from Lyon. And a swing and a pop up a mile high in the center should get a run home. McMahon is under it. Surrounds it. Catches it. Tagging from 3rd. McGee to throw toward 3rd. They're going to have him there. No, he beat the throw. Good throw by the center fielder McMahon. And a nice slide to the inside of the bag by LaGreco. Gets him there. So it's a sacrifice fly for Weston. His 3rd RBI of the game, scoring McGee. LaGreco in the 3rd, an aggressive base running by Miller gets in the 2nd without number 1.
Yeah, nice job. He saw he was clearly going towards 3rd base, and Miller tagged up on the back side of that and went on to 2nd. So you take the double play out of order and you put 2 runners back in scoring position. for Volion.
Christian Volion has reached on an error, scored a run, and he's ripped a double. Pitch on the way. And that is ball one low. Very aggressive base running by Delgado in this game. One 0 pitch. Popped him straight up into left field. Is it deep enough? Risch surrounds it, shades the eyes, caught it, tag from third. LaGreco, throw home is airmailed. He is out on a very close play at the plate. Naked eye tells me safe. I'd love to see that again, but a really strong throw by Risch to the plate, and they call him out on the double play to end the inning, so Delgado gets one run. No hits and error. Stranded runner, they've left 3 after 5, 7-1 Dolphins on top at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium.
One left off 8-5 complete the score. Delgado 7, Maplewood 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the scoreboard.
Bang, bang.
We thank the following sponsors who made the South Central District Championship.
Yeah, come back.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pops it straight up. It's going to come down eventually on the infield. Who wants it? The second baseman, Broussard. He's got it for the out. Mike continues to work well. Joe Sherman's got to be thrilled with what he's seen from Spencer Veit in this game.
No question. Veit has been probably the number 4 starter most of the year, and getting a chance in this situation, and he has been huge.
Here's Tyler Cox. Takes one up for a ball. Cox a single and a run scored in the 4th, an unearned run. The only run they've gotten off of Veit. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's also high, 2-0. Now Cox, he is a free swinger. If you want to walk him, you're going to have to try hard. 2-0 the count. And that's trying hard because that's way up, and it's 3-0. Cox trying to get something started here. A chance perhaps to get on board. The 3-0 from Veit. He bounced that one, so 4-pitch walk. It's only the second walk he's issued and puts Cox on with 1 out here in the 6th inning, and G-Boss will bat. As mentioned, pitch count is very economical for Veit, but it is a hot afternoon, so you start to pay attention to whether or not he remains sharp. G-Boss a base hit and a ground out, 1 for 2. His base hit led to the only run for Maplewood, as on the single to left, an error was made, allowing the run to score. Stretch pitch in the dirt again. He can't find it. Runner will break for second. No throw. And Miller will go to the mound. I'm not sure he wasn't crossed up on that pitch, and he goes immediately to the mound. And suddenly Veit is lost a bit of command. And the Delgado dugout stirs. We'll take a look and see if any action starts. First wild pitch of the game for Veit. He's walked 2, hit a batter. And now a runner in scoring position with 1 out. G-Boss trying to drive home that run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's also in the dirt. So again, he's missing badly. 2-0. And there goes the bullpen for Delgado as if on cue. As they're going to get a right-hander up. It's going to be Adam Sinibaldi. And to the mound goes Miller to kill for time to get Sinibaldi a chance to get started. Because these pitches from Veit have missed badly, Lenny. They've been way up or way down. Nothing's been close. And that's a good maintenance visit by Miller and a good chance to get Sinibaldi some time. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike, so it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on G-Boss. The next one. And a smash to center field is deep trouble. Into the gap will go to the wall. Will play to run. LaHare goes to get it. It's an RBI double by G-Boss, and it's a 7-2 ball game. Second hit of the game for G-Boss, and I think the yellow light is officially on for Spencer Veit.
Catcher number 12, Jake Perry.
And here's Jake Perry. It happens like that in baseball, Lenny. You see it all the time. Guys look like they're coasting, then all of a sudden they hit the wall.
You just never know. And it doesn't even have to be any one thing in particular. Just all of a sudden turns on you.
Swing and a miss. He ripped off a good breaking ball there, and Perry comes up empty. Perry is grounded to third, grounded to short. It's the first earned run given up by Veit in this contest. No balls and a strike. Veit brings it. Down a ball, 1-1. One is down, blocked by Miller. It's 2-1. Miller's had a workout in this inning. G-Boss at second with the RBI double. Perry trying to drive him home. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's also down, so 3-1. And Sinibaldi now loosening in a hurry. Won't take him much longer to be ready. (3-1), chopped toward third foul. It's full 3-2. Three balls and two strikes. 1 on and 1 out. A run home. 7-2 Delgado here in the top of the 6th. Payoff. Chopped up the middle. Tough chance. Shortstop can't get it. Base hit. Run will score. And it's going to be a 7-3 game. Cut off by the pitcher. Throw to second. He's safe. So an RBI single by Jake Perry makes it a 7-3 game. And we'll see if Joe Sherman wants to make a move. 66th RBI for Perry. And here comes Joe Sherman. Sinibaldi should be ready if needed. Baumgartner, the new hitter. And now Coach Sherman is calling for Sinibaldi. So Veit should get a nice hand. He did a really good job, just kind of ran out of gas here in the 6th. Should get a nice hand as he departs. 3 runs, but only 2 earned to this point. He is responsible for the runner on base. He's able to go 5 1/3. And Veit will leave to a nice round of applause. Walked a couple. Struck out a couple. hit a batter, threw a wild pitch. We'll tell you all about his replacement in a moment as we continue here from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Right-hander Adam Sinibaldi comes on, Lenny.
And Sinibaldi on the year, making just his 5th appearance. He's only thrown 7 1/3 innings, Ken. No record of 368 earned run average. 5 hits allowed, 4 hits, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 5, he's fanned 7. They hit just 185 against Sinibaldi.
Sinibaldi facing Hayden Baumgartner, who's grounded to second twice. Delivers high and away for ball 1. Baumgartner, as mentioned, out to second twice. Once a brilliant play by Broussard. 2 runs are home and a runner at second, 1 out here for Maple Woods in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Way high, 2-0. Adam Sinibaldi, 5'11", 200-pound freshman. Another Archbishop Rummel product, so one Rummel Raider succeeds another on the mound. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Delgado bullpen will get busy behind. Sinibaldi will get a left-hander up in the bullpen, will the Dolphins. 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a foul, and the screen makes it 2-2.
Now that it's in the bullpen, look, you got 11 outs to get with a 4-run lead. Of course, you've obviously got the ability to add on to that, and I think right now you go hot-handed, mix and match a little bit to try to get this thing to the finish line.
2-2 the count. Looks like Trevin Stein, the left-hander, who's warming for the Dolphins. Yep, you start counting outs. I know it's the 6th inning, but you really do. Wow. Talk about a delayed call. Strike 3 called. And I mean, he waited about a second and a half to ring him up. And the hitter turned around and looked at him. Normally you don't do that as a batter. But you can understand why there. I mean, that really was a hesitation. Not just a sign that he struck him out, but also the voice.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. It was certainly a very slow. Our friend Mr. Pete Barricade would call that a 1 potato call there.
1 potato, 2 potatoes, and a ball down. 1-0 the count to Curry, who's had a single, 1 for 2. Big strikeout for Sinibaldi. Now tries to get out of it. The 1-0. Fly ball to right, hit a long way. It's hooking, and that is a foul ball. Long out of here, but foul, and it's 1-1. Looked foul off the bat, but you had to wait.
Yesterday, I thought the ball McGee hit was going to be foul off the bat. It just kept going straight, hugged the line, and stayed fair.
Missing for a ball. It's 2-1.
The first home run of the day against Eastern Oklahoma. Not the second one was well fair by comparison's sake. It went over the second sign.
This is hit in the center for LaHare. In a step, now back a step, makes the catch. Good job by Sinibaldi to get out of it in the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, a runner stranded. Monarchs have left 5. Bottom of the 6th coming, 7-3 Delgado from Rag Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Connor Lyon back to the mound for the Monarchs. Lyon came on in the 4th inning for Miller. Miller went 3 1/3, gave 4 hits, 6 runs, only 2 earned. Walked 2, struck out 2, 3 wild pitches, and a hit batsman. And Spencer Veit closed the book on him. He could be a winner. 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 2, struck out 2. Had a wild pitch, hit a batter. Sinibaldi with a very good job to get out of any further damage in the 6th. And now the Dolphins will try to go back to work on offense to get some more damage done, with Brant Broussard leading it off against Lyon. Broussard has singled, driven home a run, scored a run. He's 1 for 2. The pitch is up for ball 1. Should Delgado hold on and win, they are the champions of the South Central District Championship. Pitch is high, it's 2-0, and would join the likes of Collie County, Kansas, Chattahoochee Valley, Alabama, San Jacinto North out of Texas, and Cisco, Texas in Grand Junction, Colorado. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike, and it's 2-1.
And they would play Yavapai, Arizona, who qualified yesterday out of the Western region in the feature game of the opening night of the JUCO World Series, Saturday night at 8:30 New Orleans time.
Ball high, 3-1. Yavapai, Arizona, spelled Y-A-V-A-P-A-I.
You want to spell it backwards for us? Like,
no.
Pronounce it backwards like Harry Carey?
Strike is called, and it's full 3-2. I could try.
Yavapai won the Western District yesterday. That tournament was completed there.
Ground ball toward the hole. That's a base hit. So Broussard singles to left. He's on with a leadoff knock in the 6th. And that's the 5th hit for the Dolphins. The hits, ironically, are even at 5.
Number 10, shortstop, Ty Thompson.
There's Ty Thompson, who's had a sacrifice fly, and he's flied to right. Both of his fly balls have been to right field. One producing a run, obviously.
In fact, Ken, this is the last spot to be decided in Grand Junction. The others are all over.
Here's a bunt toward first. Sacrifice will work. 1-3 on the putout as Thompson gets Broussard advanced for out number 1 in the inning, and that'll turn the lineup over for Robbie Podorsky as Delgado plays small ball with its 9-hole hitter. Podorsky has been on 3 times with a walk, on an error, and hit by a pitch.
So we can run down the rest of the field for you. You mentioned Collie County, Kansas is the Central champion. Darton State of Georgia is the East Central champion. Hartford of Maryland is the Eastern District champion.
Pitch on the way. Wrinkle, but he missed for ball 1 as he tried to snap a breaker over the plate. Just missing, 1-0.
Santa Fe of Florida is the Gulf District champion. Iowa Western, perennial power in the Midwest, is the Northern District champion. And you mentioned Chattahoochee Valley, San Jacinto North, always a powerhouse in junior college baseball, going back to the days when Wayne Graham, the Rice head coach, was the coach at San Jac. Cisco of Texas was a bit of a surprise winner in the Southwestern District. And, of course, we mentioned Yavapai, who will meet the winner of this district tournament.
1-0 pitch, a strike called to Podorsky, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on and 1 out. 7-3 Delgado, bottom of the 6th inning. One and 1 the count. And the pitch on the way. Look out. Nearly hit him, and it's 2-1. Podorsky turning just enough to avoid the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Was an off-speed pitch at that. 2 balls and 1 strike. Long look, turning towards second without a throw. Is Lyon. And now the 2-1 pitch. Showed bunt, and he bunts it foul toward third. Clearly trying to bunt for a hit. And it's 2-2. And normally you'd say, why? But considering the defensive woes of the corner infielders for Maple Woods in this game, it makes all the sense in the world. With a speedy hitter in that combination.
He could beat out a bunt for a hit against a very strong infield.
Bullpen silent for Delgado now, so Sinibaldi will probably have the next half inning. On 2-2, Lyon delivers another. Podorski swings and corks it down the third baseline. Fair. It's into the corner and will score a run. Here's Broussard to the plate. Podorski motors to second with an RBI double, and Delgado has increased its lead to 8-3. Just inside the bag at third, Podorski hit it hard. No chance for Givas. And Podorski drives in his 22nd run of the season with his 5th double of the year. Again, he missed time this year, and he is a key cog in the machine that is the Delgado offense. Daniel Lahair will bat. We'll get a visit to the mound. We have action in the bullpen for Maple Woods. Right-hander up and throwing is Tyler Burrow. We saw him yesterday. So Burrow loosening, and he just got up recently, so they're going to kill time here, clearly. Again, the nuances of baseball. Trying to buy Burrow as much time as he possibly can. This will get him at least 5 extra tosses by the time the home plate umpire goes out to break this up, which he is now starting to do. And as if on cue, as soon as he makes the move, back to the dugout goes the coach.
That was the assistant coach. Marty Kilgore, the head coach, comes out for the pitching changes. He's in his 18th year. He was an assistant at Maple Woods prior to becoming the head coach. His last year as an assistant, 1998, is the one time that Maple Woods has made it to the JUCO World Series.
Ground ball to first by Lahair. Funny hop, knocked down. Courtney flips to the pitcher covering, and Lyon got there for the out. On the play, Podorski to third. That's the second out of the inning. And it will bring Owen McGee to the plate. I mean, every ground ball to the corner infielders has been an adventure in this game for Maple Woods.
Nothing can take nothing for granted at this point.
I don't know that they've handled one cleanly. Give credit to Courtney. He stayed with that one and got the out. Here's McGee. He's reached on an error and scored. He's 0 for 3. Podorski at third, where he can score a wild pitch, pass ball, base hit. Took a strike. McGee 0-1. Swinging a liner foul down the left field side toward the bullpen area of Delgado. Karam's back out onto the field. And it's 0-2 to McGee.
So McGee comes up here in the 6th. He has been to the plate in every inning of this game.
Yeah, your streak is still alive. 0-2. Hard hit, base hit, center field. McGee with a big 2-out hit to make it a 9-3 ball game. And Delgado answers the 2 spot by Maple Woods, the sign of a good team. Maybe a very good team that could very well be heading to Grand Junction very soon. That's a lot of varies. I varied my varies, and that's going to result in a pitching change, which we'll tell you about very soon when we return from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. And we get a pitching change for Moose as Tyler Burrows will come in for the Monarchs. Second time we've seen him in as many days for the Monarchs. And Tyler Burrow is 6'1", 180, a sophomore out of Liberty, Missouri.
0-2 on the year, an 11.12 ERA, 13th appearance, all in relief, 17 innings, 24 hits, 23 runs, 21 earned, walked 7, struck out 16. And you mentioned he came in the final inning of the game last night, retired all 3 batters he faced, got a strikeout.
Number 21, J.P. LaGreco.
J.P. LaGreco will face him. He's been hit by a pitch. He's grounded out twice. Runner at first, 2 outs. Pitch on the way is a ball, 1-0. Again, he's got that funky motion that we spoke about last evening. Third pitcher of the game for the Monarchs. LaGreco's driven in 38 on the year, and he takes it for a strike at the knees. 1-1. JP waiting for the 1-1. Here it is. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. LaGreco out of North Shore High School, which has turned out the likes of Logan Morrison, who played for Coach Kilgore. Morrison a home run for the Tampa Bay Rays earlier today. 2-1 pitch. And that's down for a ball. It's 3-1.
You never know how those things happen sometimes. How guys, we were talking about it during the first game yesterday, had a couple of guys in the Maple Woods Eastern Oklahoma game who had made their way to Missouri and Oklahoma from Canada. How does a guy from New Orleans make it to Maple Woods?
3-1 is down for ball 4. I have no idea. Trotting the first is LaGreco, so it's 2 on, 2 outs. And a chance for Spencer Miller, who's walked twice and singled and scored twice, 1 for 1. And the bullpen gets busy for Delgado. Once again, Drevin Stein is back up, the left-hander. He's just soft tossing down there, though.
Miller.
Relatively certain that Sinibaldi is going to start the 7th on the mound for the Dolphins. Here's Miller. Time called. Spencer's hit 1 home run on the season, in case you're thinking. Big inning. Dolphins have already answered the 2 spot in the top of this inning by Maple Woods. Here's the pitch. Miller checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. On a pitch away for ball 1. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Drive to left, down the line into the corner. That is a fair ball. It's going to plate 1. Second runner rounding third. They're going to send him. He is going to score on a 2-run double by Spencer Miller. There's your big inning. There's your big blow. And a big lead for Delgado, 11-3. Spencer Miller driving in his 33rd and 34th runs of the season with a ringing double.
And just like that, Tyler Burrows' afternoon is over as Marty Kilgore is back to the mound, and we will see another pitching change, Ken.
Yep, we will indeed. So we'll take the break and tell you all about the pitching change in a moment. 11-3 Delgado at the South Central Regional. Back in a moment. He is the right-hander, Ryan Stevens.
Stevens on the year makes his 14th appearance, 9th in relief, 1-2 with an 11.17 earned run average. Does have one save to his credit. 29 innings of work, 44 hits, 47 runs, 36 earned. He has walked 30 and struck out 16.
Pitching is not their strength. We said that coming in. They knew they'd have to outscore opponents. They just haven't been able to do it against Delgado to this point in time.
Let's give this Delgado pitching staff a lot of credit. I mean, they've held this Maple Woods team to 5 runs in the span of 14 innings.
Pitch on the way is high from Stevens to Ryan Weston. It's 1-0. Weston's had a big game. 2-run homer in the third, sacrifice fly in the fifth, 3 RBI. Reached on an error, scored a run in the second. The 1-0. Swinging a foul. He had a pitch up in the zone and took a horsey hack and fouled it back. Right on track.
Horsey?
A horsey hack. Okay. 1-1 the count. The Preakness was yesterday.
It was. It was.
I'm just checking.
Yeah,
I'm up on these things.
A lot of Louisiana connections.
The Desormeaux brothers coming home victorious. Exaggerator was no exaggeration. His pitch is outside. It's 2-1. He was all that. Nyquist. Game good. Maybe didn't like the course. Name sounds like a cough medicine or something of that nature, but it's all good. 2-1 the count. And then, of course, if you were of that ilk, as the ball gets away on a wild pitch, runner to third, and that's Miller. So he's at third now in a 3-1 count on Weston. If you're of that ilk and willing to imbibe, then you like cherry wine. Coming in. Your horse came in.
And
if you bought cherry wine.
Another Louisiana guy, Corey Lannery, aboard there.
Yes.
Corey Lannery, one of Joe Sherman's very good friends, in fact.
So Joe's smiling, horse racing fan himself.
Yes.
Strike is called. It's 3-2. Had Joe's team not been playing here this weekend, I have a reasonable to fairly good feeling that he might have been in Louisville. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Chase ball 4. Inning is over. But Delgado has an inning. 4 runs cross the plate for the Dolphins on 4 hits. No errors, and they strand a runner. They've left 4. We've played 6. Delgado in command. 11-3 over Maple Woods from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Back in a moment. He runs 5 hits, 5 errors, and 5 left. It's a lot of 5s for Maple Woods. As we go to the 7th, Adam Sinibaldi returns to the mound, having extricated himself from a jam in the 6th in good stead. And he will be facing Conrad McMahon, to be followed by the top of the order, Clayton Risch and Levi McLaughlin for Maple Woods. McMahon was robbed by LaHare on a fly ball in the 3rd, on a play he laid out on. And then he grounded the 3rd and the 5th, and he fouls the first pitch back to the screen. And it's no balls and a strike. They're swinging down 11-3. That's their personality. Close the book on Connor Lyon. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Walked 1, struck out 1, hit a batter. Here's a bunt toward the mound, fielded by Sinibaldi. Good throw, got his man for the out. McMahon can fly, but he got him by about a step and a half for out number 1. And here is Clayton Risch. 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Kept him in check for the most part, and that's the key against this team because he's clearly their man in terms of setting the table. Took a ball from Sinibaldi. And if the name sounds familiar, it should. The name's Sinibaldi. There's a strike called. It's 1-1. Justin Sinibaldi has been one of the best pitchers in the Southland Conference for the past couple of years at Nicholls State. In fact, he was pitcher of the year as a junior. Just had another solid campaign in his senior season. 1-1 the count. Stretch pitch. Foul back. It's 1-2. Justin, another Archbishop Rummel product. Helped Rummel to get to a state championship game in 2012. And, of course, the father of Adam and Armin. I knew I was going to say Armin. The father of Adam and Justin is Armin Sinibaldi. As the ground ball is hit to second, throw to first for the out by Broussard for out number 2. Which will get McLaughlin to the plate. Armin Sinibaldi was an outstanding pitcher at Holy Cross and the University of New Orleans.
No question. By the way, that is now Chip Benora playing first base, taking over for Dylan Weston here. Defensive change late in the game. We saw that last night as well.
And, of course, Weston made the last out last 8th inning. So a good move by Joe Sherman. Doesn't miss anything. Pitch up and in for a ball to McLaughlin. McLaughlin has walked and flied to center twice. Here's the 1-0. Foul back to the screen. It's 1-1. Sinibaldi's pounding the strike zone. I really like that.
He is. You need to be able to throw strikes. Don't give him free base runners. And it bears reminding here, Ken, if you weren't with us earlier, the typical NJCAA mercy rule is 8 runs after 7, but that's not in play in the championship round of the postseason.
And another strike delivered by Sinibaldi. This one a called strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, if this was a regular season game or this was yesterday, it'd be 1 strike away from being over.
Swing and a miss. What a job by Sinibaldi. He's sizzling. He's retired all 5 he's faced. It's time to take a stretch from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, where Delgado leads Maple Woods, Missouri 11-3. Back in a moment.
At the 7th inning stretch, the score, Delgado.
Over Maple Woods, Ken Trahan, Lenny Van Gilder with you from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. And here in the bottom of the 7th, Christian Volion will start it for the Dolphins, to be followed by Brant Broussard and then Ty Thompson.
Fielder number 6, Christian Volion.
Here's Volion. Volion is doubled, reached on an error, struck out, took a ball. He scored once, 1 for 3. The line on Burrow, no innings pitched officially, 1 hit, 1 run. Walked the batter. The 1-0 pitch. Roller towards short. Baumgartner gets it, gloves it, throws it, got him. Out number 1. Volion retired on a 6-3 putout, which brings Brant Broussard to the plate. Broussard a single, an RBI, a run scored, another single, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored in the game. Bullpen busy for Delgado once again. They switched to a right-hander now. Sinibaldi surely has done the job for them. Pitch on the way. Strike called. And for Delgado, it's Christian Latino warming in the pen. The 0-1 pitch. Foul back. It's 0-2 to Brant Broussard. Broussard out of University High via Nicholls State. No balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 call. Good pitch. Stevens takes care of Broussard for out number 2. Could this be the inning? They have not retired Delgado in order in this game. Has Maple Woods, and they've got the first 2 outs here in the 7th. And Ty Thompson bats. He's had a sacrifice fly and a sacrifice bunt, and he's flying out. He's 0 for 1 and took a strike. No balls and a strike.
In fact, in this South Central Regional, Delgado has only been retired 1 time in order.
0-1 sails high and outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
That was last night in the 6th inning.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's down a ball, 2-1. Here is the 2-1 delivery, and a swing and a ground ball, base hit to left. Thompson knocks one through the left side. He's on with a 2-out single. Delgado has its 9th hit of the ball game. Turns the lineup over, and here's the dangerous Robbie Podorsky. Doubled homer run in the 6th and scored a run. He's been on all 4 times via a walk, a hit, batsman, and an error. Thompson at first. Can run a little bit with an 8-run lead. You never have enough, but he's grabbed a big lead. Not going. Popped straight up by Podorsky. Third base side, foul and out of play. It's 0-1. And they're going to have to pay attention to Thompson. He had a very big lead there. A step out past the grass cutout with that lead on Stevens. Latino readying in the bullpen for the Dolphins. No balls and a strike. Another on the way. That's down. Count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, and another. And a liner in the left. That's a base hit for Podorsky. Stopping at second base is Thompson, and it's 2 on with 2 outs. Podorsky has been on 5 straight times. And I guess the big question now for Mr. Van Gilder is whether or not Daniel Lahair can get on base and keep his streak going for his great trivia question regarding Owen McGee.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, I know. You're just looking for whatever drama you can find here. Grasping at those straws, waiting for it to happen. It's up to Daniel Lahair. Mr. Lahair has to come through for Mr. Van Gilder, who won't be happy. Christian Latino, if he doesn't come through. Latino is making his way out of the bullpen, so we may see him in the bottom of this inning for Delgado. And if so, job well done for Adam Sinibaldi. Stretch and the pitch. Outside a ball to Lahair. It's such a good hitter for this team. 0 for 3 today with a walk. He'd like to change that number right here, right now. 1-0. 2 on, 2 outs. Dolphins up 11-3. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Chopper towards second. McLaughlin an easy chance to throw out Lahair, and the inning is over. No runs and 2 hits. 2 men stranded for the Dolphins. They've left 6. We've played 7. It's still Delgado 11 and Maple Woods 3 from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium.
2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on.
pitch, the 8th, and Latino continues to throw behind him in the bullpen, and he's got some help out there from a left-hander as well. So Sinibaldi back out there is retired. All 5 hitters he's faced, and I mean, he has just thrown strike after strike since coming into the game, and he'll try to continue that trend here against Trevor Courtney in the 8th. 3, 4, and 5 for Maple Woods. Courtney to be followed by Cox and Gibas. Courtney is 0 for 3. Does have a stolen base. Sinibaldi's first. That's a strike called, 0-1. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. I mean, he's just pumping strike after strike through there. It's 0-2. Hasn't gotten past a 2-ball count to anyone. No balls, 2 strikes, and look at that. Time granted at the last possible moment for the hitter. Right when Sinibaldi was in his delivery. We've seen a little bit of that. 0-2 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch out. Blew him away. Second consecutive strikeout for Sinibaldi, who's fanned 3 and retired all 6 hitters he's faced.
The DH, number 29, Tyler Cox.
Tyler Cox will bat. He's singled and walked, scored twice, 1 for 2. And the pitch is high for ball 1. Trevin Stein and Christian Latino throwing in the Delgado bullpen. Both have been up previously. 1-0. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Look at Sinibaldi. Catches the ball. He's already ready, waiting for the hitter who stepped out on him and gets back in. 1-1 the count. Sinibaldi ready and pitching. High and away, 2-1. Again, the trend continues, Lenny, as they have pitchers who work quickly.
And clearly, the more and more you see it, the more and more it makes sense.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And the more and more you realize that it's something that's taught. Just get out there, get ready to go.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Cox, who settles back in. Time called. So do anything to slow the pitcher down if you can. And you're the batter. On 2-2. Now Sinibaldi stepped off. He wants the signs again. So that's one way to slow him down. He didn't quite get what he thought he saw. Wants to make sure that he's got it right from Spencer Miller. On 2-2. Here it is. Missed the outside edge. It's full 3-2. The high school ties that bind in the greater New Orleans area. It's a Rummel grad pitching to a Jesuit grad. It's a beautiful thing. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch. Fly ball center field. LaHare retreating. Ball hit well. LaHare still back is there and makes the catch. So LaHare short of the track makes the catch on a loud fly ball by Cox for out number 2. And Sinibaldi has set down all 7 batters he has faced and now deals with Will Gibas, who's been their best hitter in this game. 2 for 3 with a double, a single, a run scored, and an RBI.
You saw the raw power of Tyler Cox right there. Flags aren't doing anything, and he drove that ball about, 2 steps from the fence in center field? Would have been out of most ballparks.
Gibas took it high, 1-0. Might have been out of here last night, but not today. A ball and no strikes. Another. Foul back to the screen. It's 1-1. Sinibaldi with the 1-1. High and away. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. Foul back. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Sinibaldi with another. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a performance by Adam Sinibaldi. 8 up and 8 down in relief. That's how you spell relief. That's likely going to make Delgado a winner because we are now heading to the bottom of the 8th, and the Dolphins are in command 11-3 over Maple Woods at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Close to arriving at a regional championship. They lead Maple Woods, Missouri, 11-3. Ken Trahan, Lenny Van Gilder with you. And again, a big shout out to Bob Dunn. Doing a great job for us here. It's great to be reunited with Bob, and also Adam Bryant and Nat Collins. We thank all three for their professionalism, support, and time. Swing and a miss. As we start the bottom of the 8th, it's Owen McGee, who had a base hit in the 6th to drive in a run. He's 1 for 4. He scored twice, and he's driven in 28 on the season. 0-1 the count on McGee. Here's another. And that missed outside from Stevens, the 4th pitcher of the game for Maple Woods. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. I guess about now you wonder, will Sinibaldi get to finish this, or will they get somebody an inning of work? Here's the 1-1. Strike called. It's 1-2.
Being that the bullpen's quiet, I think you let Sinibaldi finish it at this point.
And the way he's pitched, I mean, he's one of the primary stories of this game. 1-2 the count. Another on the way. Sits high, 2-2, because when you go back and look at what had happened in that 6th inning, 3 straight hits for Maple Woods. They cut the lead to 7-3 and only had 1 out when Sinibaldi entered the game. And he just shut it down. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. McGee gone on strikes for the 3rd time. Again, I praised him, and I'll always praise him because he's a terrific player, and I love doing his game since high school. He just doesn't strike out much, and we've seen him fan 3 times in this game.
The first 2 against the starter, Miller.
And now J.P. LaGreco, who's walked, been hit by a pitch, scored a run, 0 for 2. Stevens delivers, and that's a strike over the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. Another. Fouled. That pitch jammed him. In on his hands. Back to the screen. It's 0-2. Stevens working quickly as well. LaGreco grabs some dirt, rubs it in. Already has that rip in the back of his pants. He looks like a baseball player. And that hit him in the back. Off-speed pitch didn't break. And LaGreco hit by a pitch, trots to first. And that will bring Spencer Miller to the plate, who's had himself a game. A single, a double, 2 walks. He scored twice, driven home 2 out of 2. And hopes to stay perfect here.
Well, Greco has had himself quite the weekend. He's been on base 11 times in 3 games.
Miller took a ball, 1-0. The Dolphins really scoring runs at an accelerated pace. 10 runs in each of their 2 previous games, 11 in this one. That's a strike call. You're going to win a lot of games when you score double figures. And they've scored double figures in all 3 of these games. An encouraging sign, seemingly heading to Grand Junction, Colorado. 1-1 pitch. Outside a ball. It's 2-1. I've never been there, but I've been to Colorado and done a whole bunch of games in Colorado Springs and done one in Pueblo. And you better be able to score runs when you go there. The ball flies.
Yes, it does.
It's at altitude. It's 2-1, and here's the pitch. And there is a ball inside. It is 3-1.
And the thing is, you're going to see the best of the best. And that's the, your pitching is going to be challenged, so you're going to have to put up some runs to try to back up your pitching, and you've got to take advantage of the opportunities when they're there.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. When you think about the Colorado Rockies, no one wants to pitch there, and understandably so. They use the humidor ball early in the season, keeping it refrigerated and such. But what you look at there is you just can't walk anyone, and you've got to catch the ball and throw it defensively. Any free base runners at that altitude, you're dead. Payoff pitch, fly ball a mile high into right field. Curry is under it, there, caught it for the second out. Returning to first is LaGreco. Miller retired for the first time, and now we'll get an opportunity to see Benura for the first time. So Chip Benura will bat. Came in for defensive purposes for Weston. Weston had a home run in this game and a sacrifice fly. And Chip Benura gets the opportunity. So it's good to see Chip getting a chance out of Holy Cross High School. There's Chip from the right side. Runner first, 2 outs, the pitch. Swing and a miss, a bit tardy on the swing. Benura 231, no homers, 3 RBI.
Part of the family.
0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Yeah, it's a pretty good baseball family, isn't it?
If you extend the tree all the way back, you see the baseball's out in center field, and you see the name Faust out there. It's ties to the Sherman family, ties to the Benura family.
0-2 is high. It's 1-2. It's good to see Kenny at the ballpark yesterday. Great friend. A really good ball player. Outstanding coach. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Checked it. Breaker. Did he go? He did. And the inning is over. No runs. No hits. A runner stranded for the Dolphins, who have left a total of 7, but they're 3 outs away from a 3rd consecutive trip to the Junior College World Series, leading Maplewoods 11-3. Sonny Van Gilder.
Defensive change, Ken. Brandon Noel takes over in left field. Place of Foley on.
First pitch, swinging a pop-up right field side, back toward the wall. Curry toward the line. He is there, and he caught it just before he got to the side fence. 1 out in the 9th. Sinibaldi retires his 9th straight, and the batter will be Hayden Bumgarner. 2 outs away is Delgado.
Heck of a running catch there by Podorski. He knew he had the wall coming into play. That's new this year here at Kirsch-Rooney, and that the area down by the bullpens, the walls come in towards the foul pole. It's padded, but you know it's there.
Bumgarner hits it off the pitcher towards short. Picked up, throw to first, got him! It's a 1-6-3 put out and 2 gones as it counts off of Sinibaldi, and they're going to check and make sure he's okay. He looks just fine. The catcher goes, says, "You all right?" He says, "Get away from me."
He's
2 gone.
Almost laughing about it out there. But you know what? When you're 1 out away from Grand Junction,
right fielder, number
not a lot hurts right there.
Curry.
Last chance for Maplewoods. Andrew Curry, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Here's the pitch. Just missed the inside edge. 1-0. And a ball. So we've seen him go to 2-0. We haven't seen that from Sinibaldi. 2-0 the count. And that one missed inside. So suddenly 3-0. Strike called. It's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. The pitch. Fly ball to right. It's hit pretty well. Right fielder's back. Track wall looking up. Gone. Home run by Andrew Curry. So that snaps the streak of 10 in a row set down by Sinibaldi in a big way as Curry belts his 10th home run of the year and makes it an 11-4 ball game. Delgado remains 1 out away from a trip to Grand Junction, which would be their 3rd consecutive. But it's prolonged by Curry, who hit that one just off the bottom of the scoreboard to make it 11-4. And here's Conrad McMahon, who's 0 for 3. Pitch on the way. In the dirt, 1-0. No action in the Delgado bullpen. This is Sinibaldi's game to finish. And he deserved that, right, with the way he's pitched. Down and out, 2-0. But as you mentioned, Lenny, he hasn't pitched many innings. This is probably his longest outing.
Oh, it's certainly very close to it if it's not. He only had, I believe, what did we say, 7 innings going into the year. Went 3 back on February 12th. That might have been opening day against College of St. Joseph.
And Joe Sherman to the mound. I hope he's okay. Remember, he had that ball carom off of him, and he said he was fine. And they bring the trainer out. I didn't see anything. I think they're going to take him out of the game.
I think this is going to be it.
As we're seeing, it looks like Latino, who's already heading out there. He is. So they're going to take Adam Sinibaldi out. Boy, he did a great job, didn't he?
No question. And look, at this time of year, you're going to get unexpected, hesitate to use the word hero, but unexpected big-time performances. And I think what we've seen out of these 2 pitchers this afternoon, out of Veit and Sinibaldi, go in that category.
Yeah, I really think that's the story of the game. You could talk about the 5 errors by Maple Woods, certainly. You could talk about the home run by Weston, the 10 hits by Delgado. But to me, the story of the game is a really good start by Spencer Veit and an outstanding relief job by Adam Sinibaldi. It's one for what some people like you and I call Raider pride, I think. Huh? Made a lot of people in Metairie happy somewhere around 1901 Severn Avenue. Just like yesterday, Evan Heilman made all of River Ridge and Harahan
yes, he did.
happy with a brilliant performance. So Christian Latino is going to try to make the folks at Carrollton and Banks very happy now. Jesuit High School product.
Especially the head coach.
Especially the head coach. Joey, how are you, buddy? All right, Christian Latino takes over with an opportunity here to close it. 12 appearances. He's been good. Tell us about those numbers, Lenny.
3-1, a 348 earned run average. 13th appearance, 12 in relief. Does have a save. Obviously, this is not a save situation. 31 innings of work, 27 hits, 12 runs, all earned. He's walked 10. He's fanned 26. They hit just 239 against Christian Latino.
So he's done really good work.
Yeah, this might be his batter. It might not. If it ends up being a walk, the batter ends up going to the walk ends up getting charged to Sinibaldi as he comes in at a 2-0 count.
Right. Faces McMahon 2-0. Can come a little bit from the side and be tough on right-handed hitters. Ground ball is short. How about that? Thompson has it. Throws across. He threw it high and threw it away. And the runner will go to second. So the game is prolonged. Boy, you talk about frustrating. Right on the cusp and can't get that final out. As McMahon reaches and now the top of the order, Risch will bat.
Thompson will make that throw 99 times out of 100. I think that was a little adrenaline right there, and he just launched one off the front of the stands down the right field line, and the runner's at second base.
Second error for the Dolphins, who have made some tremendous plays in this game. First pitch to Risch misses away, ball 1. Risch 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. Latino with a 1-0 pitch. Missed the inside edge. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. Called a ball. Over for sure. I guess low, and it's 3-0. No action behind Latino. 3-0 the count. Pitch is on the way. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. They don't take many pitches, but certainly you had to take there.
In this situation. Certainly.
On 3-1, another. Chop toward third, foul, and the Dolphins are a strike away from Grand Junction. It's 3-2. Fans anticipated. Latino getting the sign from Miller. Stretch. And the payoff pitch. And a ground ball to short. Another chance. Why not for Thompson? Want to bet this one is there? You bet it is. And the Delgado Dolphins are going to the Junior College World Series as they have defeated Maplewood, Missouri, 11-4. A convincing win, a solid performance, a well-earned victory for Delgado. And on they go to Grand Junction for a third consecutive year by virtue of sweeping through the South Central Regional, winning all 3 games, closing it out convincingly, 11-4 over Grand Junction here this afternoon. Never a doubt, Lenny, they took the lead early and they just played add-on and did the job.
Right. About the only time you started to question things a little bit, you mentioned that 6th inning, and Sinibaldi came in relief of Vite. Vite shut that down right there. And then the 4-run answer in the bottom of the 6th, and that really took any doubt out of it at that point.
So victory for Delgado is sweet. They win it 11-4 over Maple Woods. We'll take a timeout here, and we shall return with some final thoughts in just a moment as we continue. You are listening to and watching the South Central Regional from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. To the Junior College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado for a third consecutive year as they have defeated Maple Woods, Missouri 11-4 to sweep through this South Central Regional, winning all 3 of its games in the process. Totals of the ball game: 11 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left for Delgado. 4 runs, 6 hits, 5 errors, 6 left on base for Maple Woods. The winning pitcher, Spencer Vite, he improves to 2-2. And the losing pitcher was Jacob Miller, who drops to 4-4. And the Dolphins improved to 36-14. Maple Woods ends its season at 33-27. The game took 2 hours and 29 minutes to play. Delgado a winner, 11-4 over Maple Woods, Missouri. Lenny, just a solid performance, and you look at what Delgado did in this tournament. They just swept through their opponents. The Eastern Oklahoma game was a tough game, and they had that big inning to really turn the tide in the 8th inning of that game. And from that point on, Delgado was dominant.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, I mean, the times that there were breakdowns, if you will, it was a lot of self-imposed, if you will. It wasn't anything the other team did. Delgado really stayed in control throughout. You mentioned the comeback there, and that was big. And then really, this is a very good Maple Woods team that came in with a reputation of being able to swing the bat. They showed it to us in the first game against Eastern Oklahoma. As you see the celebration just outside home plate as Delgado gets the South Central District Championship Award for the 5th time as they will head back to Grand Junction.
Very impressive. Well done. And obviously this is a team that's playing good baseball at the right time of the year, and they're heading for familiar territory. They know the trip to Grand Junction. They have the maps to get there. They'll find it. Don't need a GPS, I can assure you.
Yeah.
So Delgado is heading to Grand Junction by virtue of this 11-4 win over Maple Woods here today. And as we get set to close things out, once again, we want to salute our friends at radio and Bob Dunn and the job they've done here in Delgado Radio. It's really appreciated, and it's been a pleasure to be part of that with them. Thanks to our friends at sportsnola.com for doing a great job as well. Thanks to Adam Bryant and to Nat Collins. We appreciate them, and Lenny, we appreciate you.
Yeah, well, let's also thank the folks in the athletic department at Delgado. Joe Sherman, who doubles as the athletic director as well as a baseball coach. His son Tyler, who handles baseball operations, and all of their efforts to help bring us all here this weekend to make this possible to be able to share it with you. And hey, it's another trip to Grand Junction for the Dolphins.
To say it's a pleasure to come here to Kirsch-Rooney to do games would be an understatement. It's always wonderful, and we deeply enjoy it. And it's kind of sad because this will be the final game we do here this year. After doing a whole bunch of high school games and doing Delgado games, this is it. And that's going to do it for us.
Well, who knows? We may have American Legion to deal with.
You never know.
Fall baseball. There's a lot of baseball still to be played at the home of baseball, but this ends the spring portion of the schedule. Thanks
for cheering me up, Lenny. It's always a pleasure. Great job.
All right. Thank you.
Once again, our final score, Delgado 11, Maple Woods 4. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.